From my father's experience, with having been born and raised in Bastrop, Louisiana during a time in history where it had been and is still being very oppressive to black people. My father and his voice was at least in his growing up, as he had arrived in California at a very early age, he was, or he is rather, happy that his family had come to California. It afforded them the opportunity to gain advantages that were without the recompense of the racism, if the term is relevant.
Really, I don't think the Bay Area has been exposed for all the talent that is really here.
Actually, being a musician, being a rap artist, yeah, I think that we always underestimated. We always kind of frowned upon. We don't get the due that we should get, the originality, everything that you hear on these videos, everything you see on TV when it comes to urban music, urban society. A lot of that stuff was generated right here, you know, donut sideshows, different lingo, the linguistics that people use. All of the game itself, pimping. You get a whole bunch of stuff. Revolution. Everybody want to be a revolutionary and want to have a cause to fight for. A lot of that started here. You know what I mean? Back in the day, Bobby Seale, Huey P, things like that. That's right here. You know what I mean? We don't get that credit. So yeah, they take us for granted.
Most definitely. Most definitely. I don't think people realize how a lot of the older people, like the Black Panthers and stuff like that, paved the way for us to be able to run these streets and be able to do what we doing and stuff like that. They take it for granted, and everybody is show outs. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody wants to show out in front of their friends. So if their friends is copping quarter ounce and they gonna stay on the quarter ounce level and feel comfortable about it because everybody else around them is copping a quarter ounce, instead of going to go apply for a job and doing something constructive for themselves, to whereas when they cop that quarter ounce, they spending their profit and they still copping the same quarter ounce, to whereas if they was working, they'd be able to stack check after check and get hundred after hundred. So they completely taking advantage of it because everybody followers. They done turned into followers. It ain't too many leaders no more.
You know, after moving to New York, I definitely do, because the weather here is beautiful. The people are laid back. They're culturally aware. I think that they're sensitive to people's differences in a way that a lot of places are not. And after I moved away, I realized how fortunate I was to live here for so long. And that's why I fought so long before I actually moved to New York after getting a different job. So yeah, I would definitely say that people take the Bay for granted. They don't realize how good they have it until they go to other places and they see how different the lifestyles are.
I truly believe you have to kind of get out your habitat to know where you're at and to know where you're going. The downfall of the Bay sometimes is that minute mind state. And when I say minute, I mean like not grasping the whole picture of the foundation of where we at, you know what I'm saying? And then applying outside energies, and even with your trials, if you're able to do it, but to look at the whole spectrum on, man, this is how they do it in Europe, this is how they do it in the East Coast, this is how they do it in the South, the Midwest, this is how we do it in the Bay. But let's open our minds to creativity and have identity to what we do and how we do it and how we project it.
Don't forget about the past, because the past is what has brought the future. Not unless you serve and struggle, you will not have any progress. That's Booker T. Washington. You must have family, you must have community, you must have cooperative, collective effort to do the very simplest thing, which is to survive. We must have food, clothing, and shelter.
I guess the message that I would give to anyone who would take the Bay Area for granted is that it's a very unique and special place, and there's no place like it really in the world, you know, and that they shouldn't take it for granted.
Focus, have identity for yourself, don't follow others, and from there you'll be able to create anything that you want. Don't be scared to be yourself, speak truth. We dealing with crisis right now, we in a recession. And thank God for Obama.
I can tell you this, y'all better watch the news, because, you know, it's not all roses. You can't come out here playing. You can't. The cats go through a lot in the Bay. And if you watch the latest developments in the news, you see Lavelle Mixon, young brother, 21, 22, he just murdered 4 police officers. Like, if somebody is willing to do that to authority, what you think this dude will do to you if you come trying to play him? You know what I mean? Like, you can't come, don't come to Oakland. I look in the camera for this. Do not come to Oakland or the Bay thinking you about to come and sew shit up and shut it down, because you're not. It's not going to happen. These boys don't play out here at all. So when you come correct, bring your A game and stay on your tippies, because if you don't, you're going to get played real quick and you're going to get sent home with less than what you had when you came here. And that's just real, straight up.
Be who you are and don't sell yourself out. The Bay has a lot to offer, and the Bay will show you one thing. If you ain't strong enough, you will not survive. You will have to step out to a smaller market.
Yeah, I have a message for people that take the Bay for granted. My message is that as long as you stay focused, you ain't gonna never be the brokest. And if you hang around pebble pushers, then that's what you subject yourself to being. You feel what I'm saying? And if you want something better for yourself, I mean, I feel like if Obama could do it, then anybody could do it. So if that ain't an example, can't nobody say that black man can't. They holding the black man down no more. You feel what I'm saying? It's our turn. The Bay is coming back. Oakland is coming back. A lot of black people buying more and more business. They went off in the crack era and sold all their businesses. Now we coming back. It's our turn again, and then it's like you got to take full, complete advantage of it and stay focused with it. You know what I mean? And keep it all the way lit. I done came from nothing. I'm talking about GA, straight up, to owning my own business. And I'm riding on hogs. 2008 Road Glide, you understand what I'm saying? Cadillacs, you understand what I'm saying? Old school El Camino. I could go take a trip wherever I want to go in the motherfucking world. You understand what I'm talking about? So it ain't no excuse, you know what I mean? But I get my funky ass up every morning to go make sure I do what I'm supposed to do to make sure I take care of my family though. Straight up. And if I don't do it, it ain't gonna get done. It ain't no excuse. All these other people just look, they loiterers. They loitering. That's all they doing is loitering, hanging out in front of people's businesses, jeopardizing their businesses from just hanging out and ain't getting nothing up out of it but jail time. So my message to them is get your life together and stay focused, and this shit gotta stop.
Telling me this and that. You drink your whiskey, and I drink my wine. You tend to your business, and I'll tend to mine.